All right. Okay. So yeah, let's get started with today's class. Okay. So our class objectives. Okay. So yeah, as you if you realize, last week I was in another area, right? I was in Penang, right? And today I'm back with you all, right? In this normal spot, right? So definitely feel more comfortable here, teaching you guys because this is my comfort spot. Yeah, and teaching in Penang is like a little bit noisy. You can hear planes, you can hear cars, and all. So it's much better here. All right, so let's do a short recap. Okay, so what did we do last week in Penang? So what did you do? What essay did we do, or what topic did we do? What type of essay did we do? Can anyone tell me? Or have you all forgotten? I doubt so, right? It's just 1 week. Give your brains a quick refresh. Let's see, if you still remember what we did last week. Argumentative, very good, Kajan. All right, yes, correct. We did an argumentative essay. Good. Okay, so what are we writing in an argumentative essay, Kajan? So there's always, or what do we have to write when we write an argumentative essay? Or what does an argumentative essay want us to write about? Or the rest of the class, you can also share your thoughts on what an argumentative essay is. Right? What's the difference between an argumentative and a persuasive? Right? So there must be a difference. So what should we write when we write an argumentative essay? Or when we have an argumentative essay, in our exam paper. So what should we write? Or how should we approach it? Okay, maybe let me rephrase my question. Okay, so what what is the okay, what is an argumentative essay, right? Maybe that's a more simpler question. Okay, what is an argumentative essay? Means what are you required to write when you answer an argumentative topic? Oh yes, correct. We wrote about group studying. Yes, correct. Yes, very good. Okay, so we wrote about group study, and it's not just group study, right? We wrote about two sides, right? So group study, and what's the opposite of a group? Or studying starts with an A, the word, or I also can, either A or I. Like it can be a yes, individual also can. Yes, correct. It's group studying versus individual studying or studying alone. Okay, alone. Right, self-study, individual study. Okay, individual. Just so you know, Kajan, individual is you spelled a little bit wrongly. Okay, so wait, individual. Okay, you forgot the al, right? Okay, yeah, so that's how you spell individual. Okay, yeah, so yeah, last week we wrote about group study versus individual study, and what an argumentative will ask you to write about is comparing. You have to compare. You have to say one idea is better than the other. Okay, you have to compare both sides. Okay, but last week we wrote a more as I said, we wrote a more neutral standpoint, means that 没有对还是错 there's no one better than the other, but it refers regards to the talents or the ability of the student itself. Maybe some students prefer individual, some students prefer group studying, so it relates to them as a student themselves, because people have different needs, people have different ways of studying, so there's no one, there's no like group study is better or individual study is better. So yeah, that's how we ended our essay with. Okay, so yeah, that we wrote an argumentative essay. We wrote about two sides. Okay, so an argumentative essay, what is an argumentative essay? Is an essay that asks you to compare both sides, okay, of a point, like group studying versus individual studying, as we have written last week. Okay, so I hope that you all understand what this argumentative essay is. Okay, so yeah, Right, so they are always okay. So then we'll go through an essay for today lah. All right. So three or four main essay types if you count argumentative and persuasive as both different types of essays. Okay. So argumentative, persuasive is one type. Okay. Type two is descriptive, and type three is narrative. Okay. These are the main essay types that you will see in your SPM. All right. So usually it's falls under these three or four types. Okay. So descriptive and narrative. Okay. So today, what type of essay are we writing? Can you all guess? Or maybe what type of essay that is your favorite type of essay? Maybe we'll be doing that this week, right? We I mean that type of essay is my favorite type lah. So yeah, you can just give a rough guess on, are we writing a persuasive essay today? Are we writing a descriptive? Are we writing a narrative? Kajan, we are not doing argumentative again. We did it last week, right? So this week we are gonna do something different. So which one do you think we are doing? Are we doing a persuasive, descriptive, or narrative? The tip says that I like that essay a lot. I like to write that kind of essay a lot. No? All right, so never mind. All right, you don't know. Okay, you don't know. Okay, so I think I told you guys before, like I personally like to write narrative a lot. Right, so we're gonna write a story today. Okay, so I think many students also like to write stories. Okay, so of course we wrote descriptive, we wrote argumentative and persuasive already. So let's go back to the narrative essay. Okay, so let's take a look at narrative essay. Okay, so narrative essay, it means to ask you to tell a story. All right. So yes, this essay is asking you to tell a story. Very simple. It sounds very simple, right? Okay. So yeah, it's similar to descriptive essay. Both narrative and descriptive are very similar. Just that descriptive essay asks you to describe more. Okay. 跟你解释多一点. Alright, but the narrative essay is mainly asking you to get more creative in how you write your essay up. Okay. So if you are more creative, the higher marks you get. It's like that. Okay, so narrative essay is asking you to tell a story and make sure you be creative in telling the story. Okay, so yeah, it could be any topic, just that make sure to see that, okay, if the title is tell a story or write a story, or write a story or tell a story about something, then you can see that's a narrative essay. Okay, so if you see if how do you differentiate between narrative and descriptive? If the essay asks you to describe something, like describe the first day you met someone, or describe a day at the park, or describe a day at the beach, or describe your favorite house. Okay, so if you see these words describe, then you know that essay would be a descriptive essay. Okay, so a narrative essay normally will tell you to tell a story or write a story about something. Okay, so this is the narrative essay. Okay, this is how you differentiate the narrative essay with the descriptive essay. Okay, so yeah, let's go on to the tips to write a narrative essay. Okay, so always think about the topic or theme. Okay, so what story do you want to tell? Okay, so what kind of story do you want to tell? All right, so I think the last story we did was the last narrative essay story that we did, I think, was the house that the treasure hunting house, right? I think that's the treasure hunt. I think that was the last story that we told, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that was the last narrative essay that we wrote was about the mysterious treasure hunt. I think that was the topic. Or maybe that was descriptive, I forgot. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it was like 1 month ago already. Okay, so even I forgot. Yeah, okay, so but yeah, just think about the topic or theme. Okay, what story do you want to tell? Do you tell, as I said, do you want to tell a mysterious story? Do you want to tell a funny story? Do you want to tell a sad story? Okay, so think about the topic or theme. Always go back to your question, what the question is asking you to tell about. Okay, so then number two, after you have thought about your story, okay, for example, you want to tell a happy story or funny story, then you start to plan an outline of the essay. Okay, you start to consider characters. Okay, who will be inside your essay? Will it be you? Will it be your family members? Okay, will it be your friends? Okay, so consider the characters. Okay, 那些人物 okay, the plot, the storyline, okay, 那些故事的那个 flow, okay, how you want to flow your how do you want to write your story how do you want to flow your story, okay, how the story's flow is going to be like. Okay, so think about the plot and storyline, okay, and the theme as well. Always go back to the theme, okay, to see if you remain, okay, 你还是不是跟着那个 theme or the topic. Okay, and also always use language that's clear and straight to the point, okay, so that it can be easily understood. And lastly, okay, you can structure your essay in a chronological manner. Chronological manner is always means that the events are ordered at the time that they occurred. Means, okay, if event number 1 happened first, then talk about event number 1 first, no? Then you can talk about event number 2, you can talk about event number 3, event number 4. You cannot mix the events out. 不能讲 okay, event number 3发生第三就是 event number 3发生 like 在 event number 1的过后，你不能 event number 3讲先咯 okay, so you must order it number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, so that is called structuring your essay in a chronological manner. Alright, so yeah, alright, so these are the tips, and this is what a narrative essay is about. Okay, so let's dive in to our narrative as a topic for today. Alright, so let's see what kind of question are we taking a look at. Oh, Zayan came in quite late. Hey, he shouldn't be coming in now. Hey, hi Zayan. What a surprise. You don't have class today? You don't have your class today, is it? It's cancelled or something? Because normally you come in at 8 then leave at 8:15. But today you came in at 8:15. Oh, the teacher went for vacation. Yeah, you have holidays, right? Yeah, true. Alright, so yeah, that's good. Alright, so at least you won't have to get by the way, did teacher Madeline send you the recording? Haven't. Oh no, I see. Okay, never mind. After this class I'll try to message her again. I also quite paiseh, keep messaging her. I messaged her like 2-3 times already, and she hasn't replied. She replied me, but then like she hasn't sent it to you though. Okay, never mind. Okay, at least you are not missing today's class. Okay, and we are gonna write quite a fun story. Okay, so today's essay topic will be write a story about your first trip, or the story title will be write a story about the first time you traveled. Okay, so 第一次你去了旅行，第一次 okay, first time you went for a trip. Okay, so or the first time you traveled, 你去国外 okay, normally people will write about the trip 就是国外啦，因为国外是比较I would say memorable， 比较容易写。 alright, so yeah, this would be a story. Okay, so from this topic itself, what will you all write about? So where will you write about when you see this? Write a story about your first trip. So you all think back, okay, where was the first trip that you went to? Can you all share with me? For me myself, my first trip, if you say 国外, I probably would be like the trip that I remember lah. Okay, so the first trip that you remember, just think about the trip that you remember lah. Okay, so the trip that I remember when I was very young was, I think, either Hong Kong or Thailand lah, right? So I went to Bangkok. Yes, same. Yeah, Bangkok when I was 5 to 6 years old. Okay, but because like you are like what, 16 17 now, right? So you won't really remember what happened last time, right? When you were in Bangkok. Kajan said Singapore, right? Okay, so Kajan, when did you with your baby, like when you were a baby, is it, Kajan? What do you mean by with my baby? You're not a father, right? Oh, when you were a baby, okay. Yeah, with my baby means that 跟着你的baby 去，你懂吗？ so like it means that you are a father of a baby. So yeah, when I saw that I was like shocked. Yeah, so when you were your baby lah, alright? So yeah, you can't remember anything, right? Yes. So what you also went to Korea when you were 7 years old. Wow, there's a lot of places that you have went to, right? So from, of course, when you write a story, don't write about the things that you don't remember. Don't write about the places that you don't remember. All right. So you can write about a recent trip that you went to. Yeah, you didn't have, because you didn't have the memory, you cannot write the trip to Korea out because you forgot everything, right? So write about a more recent trip that you really like, but you just fake it and say that it's your first trip. All right. So it's always like that, right? So maybe you went to like a recent place. Maybe Zayang, maybe have you went to any place recent that you a memorable place that you recently went to? Like for example, maybe you went back to Thailand or Cameron Highlands. How? Okay, maybe a place abroad. Abroad means that 另外一个国家啦，国外. Have you went to any places abroad recently? Hat Yai. Okay, yes. Then you can write about Hat Yai. Thailand also, right? Yes. So I also went to Hat Yai. Yes, I also can write that. So if you remember like Hat Yai, very like left a good impression on you. You really like Hat Yai. I suggest you can write the story about your first trip and you write it about Hat Yai so that you can write, you know the places names. Maybe you still remember the names of some places. You still remember the food that you ate. You still remember, the people that you talked to, right? The people that you went with. All right. So suggest you, when you write these kind of stories, you think about your experiences before. Okay, so you don't have to spend time thinking about a new experience altogether. You don't have to totally fake a new experience. Like, or if you've never been to America, then you say you write about America. Then you have to like think a lot. But if I suggest you all to write it using your own experience. The places that you have been before. All right. So Kajan says, when I have the impression that it is Singapore with Jetstar Airline. Oh, Jetstar Airline, right? So that was a long time ago. Wow, you still remember the plane's name? I see. That's very detailed though. Jetstar. Yeah. I normally, I think I went to Singapore twice. Both times I think with car. I think you drove there. I think once with bus. Yeah. The time me and my sister went, we took a plane. We took a plane to Johor. Then we took a bus to Singapore. Yeah. All right. So yeah, as I said, okay. So these kind of topics, okay, talking about a first trip, a memorable trip, something like that. Okay, write it using your own experience. Okay, don't have to copy exactly what I write because my experience is not the same as your experience. So I suggest you all to Charmaine said I went to China, Beijing. Remember, ate their hot pot. It was so spicy. Yes, this could be a highlight of your trip, right? So the a thing that you really remember clearly was the hot pot that you ate in China. All right, so write all these things out. You don't have to write. Of course, I'm writing a different country today. All right, but I personally haven't been there before as well. But I'm just writing about it. Okay, because I like the country a lot. All right, and that country is quite. I mean, the country has very good culture as well. So, and I have friends from that country. So I'm writing about that lah. All right, because usually people write about Thailand and stuff, right? So yeah, China, Beijing, you can write about that, if you want to yourself. All right, so okay, today we're gonna write about the country of Japan. Okay, so anyone has been to Japan before? Japan, Rippen, right? In Chinese is Rippen. No, right? I personally haven't been to Japan before, but Japan has been on my bucket list. You know what a bucket list is? Bucket list. Have you heard of the term bucket list? This term. No. All right. So bucket list. Zhenyang, do you know what a bucket list is? Can you maybe translate? Maybe I can. No. Okay. Let me search bucket list in Chinese. A bucket list is. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so I can't even read this. Bucket list. Okay, it says 平生梦想 list. Okay, so it's like yes, correct. List down the places you want to go. Yes, correct. The things that you want to do. Like for example, maybe you all want to visit a place that you like China. You want to visit America next. Okay, so that is called your bucket list. Means that okay, it's your list that you really dream you want to do something. Some things on the list that you want to do in the future, but you haven't done it yet, so that you call that a bucket list. So for example, you want to go for go-kart. or something that you haven't went for Go Kart before. Yeah, so that's on your bucket list lor. So if you go and do it, then you can tick your bucket list. Means that, oh, I've done this before already. So moving on my list. All right. So my sister has a bucket list. She has a lot of things she wants to do, and she has done some of it already. So I personally, I just think that, okay, Japan, I want to go to Japan. So I think that's on my bucket list lah. All right. So Charmaine says what wait sorry. I also bought the Ping Tang Hulu. I supposed to say Susu, but I call him uncle. Oh, okay. So Charmaine, was the China trip a recent trip? Because you can remember quite a lot. Did you go there recently? All right. Yes. Everyone. Yeah, that is in Chinese. All right. So totally. I think I just know the Tan, then the Qing Tan, Yuan Qing Tan. Then I forgot the first words. Like standard 4. All right. So thank you very much, Zhen Yang. Yi Yuan. Yi Yuan Qing Dan. Right. So yeah, next time you can use this as well. I had this bucket list to go to blah blah blah. You can use the word bucket list as well. Okay. So standard 4. Wow, Charmaine, but you can still remember very clearly. Yeah. So if you really, even if it's a long time ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, but you can still remember clearly, I suggest you that you can write that as well, because maybe that is what the first trip that the one memorable trip that stuck out to you might be China. So you can write about it if you can remember about it. Right. So yeah, very good. Okay, so we're gonna write about Japan. Okay, it's a country, as you all know, with a lot of culture as well. Okay, with a lot of good food. Very fresh seafood. Right. Sushi. The sashimi. A country with a lot of raw food as well. Right. We wrote a memorable trip before. Yes. Jin Yang. But this time we're gonna write about the first trip. The first is a little bit different. A memorable trip and a first trip is a little bit different. So I'll teach you how to write on that as well. Okay, but you can try to write the memorable trip as the first trip or the first time you travel. Okay, so you can also write that if you remember that. But today I'm going to teach you some new terms or some new vocab on how you should write or how you should approach this a new experience. Okay, so next time you also, like, if the topic is like, oh, write about a story about a new experience, then you can write this as well. Okay, so that you guys can have a taste of a few types of ways to approach a question. Okay, so yeah, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna write about Japan. All right, so before we start writing, okay, I'll just give you a brief detail on the introduction or something. Okay, so the introduction. Okay, so on the first paragraph, in the first paragraph, the introduction paragraph, okay, what we have to do is we should describe the setting. Okay, describe the place. Okay, because you're gonna describe about Japan, but you don't have to start describing Japan first. I didn't start with describing Japan. Okay, but I prepared the audience for the action to come. How I prepared, you'll see later lah. Okay, so you can either describe the setting, you can describe a bit of Japan. Okay, Japan is a country full of culture and blah blah blah, and I went there for my first trip. You can start like that, or can start a different way also can. That's why I say English is very creative. There's no one good way to start. You can have a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different ways to start. It's just try to make your introduction as creative and as surprising as possible. All right, or as of course you don't have to talk a lot about the things in introduction. Just make it as simple as possible as well. Okay, so introduce your characters. Who do you go with? Okay, maybe you went with your family members. Okay, so you can introduce your characters as well. Okay, then in the body here you only write what stood out to you, what was the action, what was the nice parts in your trip. For example, if in Charmaine's she said she ate a very spicy mala, right? So that would be in the body lor. She bought the Ping Tang Hulu, right? She can write that in the body as well. Okay, the body paragraph. Okay, what did she do there, what did she experience there, all these will be in the body paragraph. Okay, so yeah, so this would be I didn't see that Zhen Yao say, I just know Japan got a lot of legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, so right, I mean that's something new. I don't play Pokemon Go. Yeah, so never played that before. So yeah, don't know much about that. Okay, yeah, so write all the interesting points, all the interesting stories inside the body. All right. And lastly, come to your conclusion. Here, the conclusion should be a reflection. Okay. So you include a bit of a closing action, what you felt or something. Okay. What was the last thing you did, or when it was time to say goodbye. Blah blah blah. Okay. This closing action. Okay. And you should include some reflection. Okay. What do you learn? What did you get from this trip? Or why was this trip so important to you? Why was your first trip so important to you? All right. So this is what you should write in the conclusion. Okay. So yeah, are you guys ready to write? So if you are, all right, we'll get to start. We'll get to writing. Wait, let me share my screen again. All right. So actually, we have written quite a lot of stories already, right? So if you have, even if Ziyang or Charmaine or the other students, if you have like any request on maybe what kind of story you want to tackle, or maybe what kind of narrative essay topics that you might be struggling with and you want teacher to teach you all, you can always message me, or you can write it down in the chat. All right, teacher, can we do a story on this next week, or the next time we do a narrative essay? You can always message me. So because I'm just thinking of random topics for you all, but if you have any specific topics that you want to, yeah, then you can tell me, like Ziyang. Okay, Ziyang, if you want any topics, any even narrative essay topics, descriptive essay topics, even the other types of essay topics like the what do you call it, argumentative or persuasive, you can always request, and I'll try my best to help you out. Okay, because you are students, I'm a teacher that should teach you what you want to learn about as well. Okay, so maybe you are struggling with these areas, so please let me know. Okay, because if I don't, if I'm just like coming out with my own topics, and I don't know what you want to write about, so you must also tell me a little bit. Okay, so yeah, all right. So if you want to, any requests and all, feel free to message me. All right. So yeah, let's get started. All right. So essay. Okay, our topic will be, of course, the trip to Japan. All right, a trip. My first trip. Okay. Okay, so this would be in Japan. Okay, the first trip would be to Japan. All right. So yeah. All right. So let's get started with the introduction. Okay, the introduction paragraph. Okay, so you can like title this like my first trip, all right, to Japan, or my first trip. Okay, so it's a little bit different, like as Ziyang said, it's a little bit different from a memorable trip. Of course, you can also if the topic is a memorable trip, you can also of course use the same thing of first trip lah. You can say, my first trip was the most memorable trip. You can also tackle the topic of the most memorable trip as well. Okay, because I think trips, I can teach you a lot more English words or a lot more vocab using the trips one. So I also chose this topic. All right, so let's get started. Okay, it was during the summer holidays of my second year of high school. Okay, when my parents surprise me with the news. Okay, so what was the news? All right, that we were going on a family trip abroad. Okay, so yeah, based on this word abroad, what do you think this means? What do you think this abroad means? I think just now I also hinted for you, right? I think I also told you, like, I think when I talked to Zenyang, I think I also told you what abroad means, right? Yes, overseas, correct. Okay, very good, very well done, Zenyang. Okay, so abroad, wait how come it's like this time? Okay, so wait, I thought it should be in another position. Yeah, let me think. How do I make it like now it's going down. I want to make it sideways. Yeah. Yes, 国外, right? Yes, yeah. 国外, yes, correct. 国外 or 海外, yes, correct. Very, very good. Yeah, I included this in my topic. Or another word for abroad could be foreign as well. Foreign 也是国外. That's why I said always go to a foreign place, a foreign country means 国外, something that is not away from one's home, away from your home country, experiencing a different culture, language, and environment. So if you ever get out of Malaysia, you can call that going to a foreign country or traveling abroad. Okay, so these are the two words that you should know. Okay, so yeah, I didn't manage to teach you this in the first essay, right? The first trip essay. So this would be a very good word for you to use as well. Okay, instead of saying okay that we're going on a family trip out of Malaysia, you can just say we're going on a family trip abroad. Okay, so that everyone knows this already. Okay, so another word for abroad would be overseas. Okay, so yeah, as Danya had said. Okay, so that is our first sentence. Okay, so it was during the summer holidays. Okay, so some schools have summer holidays, like my Monash University, we have summer holidays on. Yeah, so currently now I'm having, I think like okay, we call this mid-sem break. Then there's winter holidays, there's summer holidays as well. Okay, so I think now it's winter, is it? I'm not very sure. Yeah, because summer holidays would be during the month of January, February, and March. Yeah, so yeah. All right, so of the second year of high school, that means you are still in your second year of high school, and your parents, okay, suddenly told you, hey, Gabriel, we are going to a family trip abroad. Okay, we're going to a family trip. We are gonna have a family trip. Outside Malaysia. Okay, so when you heard it, what do you feel? Of course, you feel excited, right? So excitement rush through my veins as I imagine the adventures that awaited me in a foreign land. Okay, yes, okay, see, I use another word for abroad, which is foreign. Okay, so both mean the same. Okay, so abroad and foreign. Okay, but foreign is more like a land that you don't understand about. Okay, so abroad, okay, traveling abroad is mainly traveling overseas lah. Foreign, there's more meaning than abroad to foreign. Foreign is something like, okay, if you think that a subject is foreign to you, sometimes we sometimes we say that, this subject is foreign to me. Okay, what does this mean? Means that this subject is 你不是很知道 about this subject. Like for example, if you ask like 陌生, very good. Yeah, correct. Okay, another word for foreign would be also 陌生. Okay, instead of 国外, right? Besides 国外, foreign got a few meanings also. You can have 陌生 as well. Okay. What's happening? Okay, right. Wait, what is this? I couldn't copy Zhenyan's Mawson. I see. Alright. Now I have to type it out. Alright, yeah, okay, so awaited you in a foreign land. So if something is foreign to you, means something is Mawson lah. Okay, another word. Right. Okay, yeah, I haven't explained that yet. Okay, so excitement rushed through my veins. Okay, the science students, Zhenyang, do you study science? You study bio, right? So what is veins in bio? Do you know what veins is in your biology? Have you heard of this term vein? Your heart, there's a lot of veins in your heart, or you have veins in your hand, right? Have you heard of that before? I don't know. Okay, yeah, blood vessels is like veins. Okay, your veins are blood vessels. Okay, so like for example, if you see my hand, okay, maybe you cannot see lah. Okay, maybe your own hand. Okay, sometimes when you lift weights, 好像你搬重的东西 sometimes you can see the veins popping up, right? 你的 veins, 你的 blood vessels, 你的那些就是有时你可以看到一个东西好像凸出来你的手这样的 or your muscle there. Alright, so that's a vein. Okay, so the meaning of excitement rush through your veins means that excitement rush through your body, your whole body. Means that you're completely filled with excitement. because excitement rush through your veins. Your veins are part of your whole body 嘛，你的整个身体会有veins to carry your blood 嘛，就是 carry blood to all the parts of your body. So when you say excitement rush through your veins, it's like blood rush through your veins. It's like, you know, excitement rush through your whole body. Okay, so that's what it means by excitement rush through your veins. Yeah, it's like a metaphor. Yes, correct, Zhenyang. Yeah, it's like a metaphor. It's not like really excitement rushing through your veins, but you know, it's like you when you hear good news, when you hear an exciting news, of course, you know, you feel a sense of excitement. So instead of saying a sense of excitement, you can say that excitement rush through your veins. Okay, so yeah, that is how we can 血管. Yes, Ziling. Yeah, your veins is 血管. Yeah, correct. Okay, it's as Zhenyang said, like blood vessels. Okay, 血管. Alright, so 血管 very good. Yes, alright, so you all really understand this. Okay, so foreign 就是陌生啦. Okay, of course, abroad and foreign you can use it's quite similar, but foreign is more on the term 陌生. Alright, so yeah, very good. Alright, so let's get to the body paragraph. Okay, so here we introduce already ma. Alright, so who is going on a family trip? Your family. So we introduce the subject. We will introduce the characters already. Okay, so we introduce you what do you call it? You prepared your audience. Okay, for the excitement to come. Yeah, you know, you prepared. Hey, you said as you imagine the adventures that awaited you. Means 有很多 these adventures that waited for you in a more the land, right? Because you don't know where the land is yet. Okay, you can keep the land. You don't have to tell the reader it was Japan first. In the body paragraph, only you tell them. Okay, so as the day of departure arrived. Okay, so I think you should know what departure means, right? Do you guys know what departure means? Yes, all right. So Kajan says departure, no, right? Yeah, I think of course, yeah. That's why I'm just maybe some of you don't know. Departure 就是 I think you know, like leaving lah, leaving. Okay, as the day you are going to leave. Okay, arrive. Okay, so 就是 depart. When you depart from some place or depart from a country means you leave 那个 country. You depart from your house means you leave your house. Depart from the country means you leave the country. Okay, so another word for depart is leaving. Okay, so as the day of departure arrived, okay, I could not contain my anticipation. Okay, see, we are doing and we wrote this anticipation before and now we are writing it again. So what does anticipation mean? Yeah, Zheng said 离开 is for departure. Yes, correct. Okay, 离开. Okay, I hope that you remember what anticipation means. So can you all tell me what anticipation means? I taught you like at least 2 or 3 times. Okay, 期望, 期待, very good. Okay, expecting in great excitement. Okay, yes, very good, all correct. Okay, so yeah, so anticipation, eager, 期待, 期望. Okay, looking forward or eagerly expecting something to happen. All right, so very good. Okay, so yes, very good. Okay, all of you got it. Okay, so then I don't have to include here lah. Okay, because I think you all can also refer back to this 期望 here. Okay, maybe I just include a quick one. 期望. Alright, so oops, that's a Chinese full stop. Alright, so the airport. Okay, so okay, so like 当那天那离开的那天来临的时候 okay, so you could not contain means that you cannot stop yourself, okay, from 这个期待你不能讲哎呀我不要期待那个东西 no, you couldn't contain means you cannot stop yourself, you cannot contain your excitement, you cannot contain your expectation of the trip. Okay, so this is called I could not contain. You cannot contain 就是你不能 like bottle it up, you cannot stop it. Alright, so yeah, the airport. Okay, bustle with activity and the scent of adventure fill the air. Yes, okay, so right, I'm not sure if you have heard the word bustle before. Okay, so I'm just like putting out on the floor. Anyone knows the meaning of bustle or can guess what the meaning is based on this sentence? when they say a bustling city, the airport bustled with activity. The highway was bustling with cars. What does bustle mean? What do you guys think it means? Of course, I don't expect you to know lah because this is a more hurry. Good try, good try. Good try. Something relates. It won't. It relates to yes, correct. Kajen, busy. All right. And a better word for bustle would be busy. Okay. And Kajen, your busy is not B-U-Z-Y. Can you spell busy again, Kajen? Do you know how to spell busy? Wait, oh wait, maybe ZY I think also can. Yeah. Normally we use BUSY lah. Okay. Yes, correct. Okay. Busy BUZY. I'm not sure if there's a. I'm not sure if there's a BUZY or not. No, we don't have busy. We don't have the word busy. Okay. Yeah, it's not ZY. It's SY. Correct. Okay. Yes, mang. It's not just mang. It's this kind of busy is not mang. Okay, I'll teach you. Okay, it's this is it this fun is it fun I don't know. It's fun yeah, fun is it's not like you are busy, you are very 忙 like as in 做功课很忙那种 it's like it's there's a very the atmosphere is very bustling. It means very busy and happening 就是很多人走来走去有很多东西 like your market 好像一个巴萨这样 we can call that a bustling market. OK 好像你的巴萨可能你家外面有一个巴萨有很多人在那边有买卖有很潮又有讲话又有走来走去we call that bustling. Yes, it's like very very busy. Yeah, correct. Okay, this 这个 busy 不是 like 做功课那个 I'm very busy, I have to do homework, not that kind of busy. Okay, so this busy is more on like 很多人一大堆人在那边有可能很多声音very happening. That's why you call it happening. 就是 happening 就是很繁忙Okay, so in Chinese, alright, it's a very busy happening atmosphere or environment. We can always say that bustling. That's why bustling normally we say bustling market 就是巴萨很 bustling. Okay, market Okay, we say bustling city 就是一个 city 有很多车那些 we can say that KL is a bustling city, Kuala Lumpur is a bustling city. Okay, we can also say bustling maybe here Okay, so the airport was bustling with activity. Okay, also can. Alright, the 地方有很多人走来走去很潮还是比较happening 的地方 we call that bustling. Okay, so the airport bustled with activity and a scent of adventure filled the air. Okay, so this would be like a little metaphor as well. Okay, because 你不可能 scent 就是呼吸嘛 Okay, so 你嗅到一个 like 你闻到闻Okay, another word was 闻Okay, scent is 闻 in Chinese, right? So 闻 is which one like 闻是 taste is it? 闻 like the smell is okay, the number 6 right, okay. Alright, so the scent of adventure does it mean that you can really smell 好像你可以嗅到一种味道 that says adventure? No, okay, but the scent of adventure means that 你可以嗅到 that you can anticipate. It's a bit like anticipate. You can 期待 or you can really feel that there's an adventure that is going to happen. So that's why the scent of adventure filled the air 就是好像空中有一个 sense of adventure 这样 Okay, so that's why it's kind of the scent of adventure 好像你可以闻到好像有这个 adventure coming. Okay, so this is how you can use as well. Instead of saying the airport bustled with activity and I was feeling very adventurous, this is a better word for saying and the scent of adventure filled the air. It's a much better term for saying I felt very adventurous or I felt that there was an adventure coming. Okay, so 香味 is it? 怎样? Is that 香味? 香味 or 味道 also can. Yeah, okay, that would be more okay. 味道okay, 味道 okay. The 味道 of 那个 adventure something like that. Okay, yes, thank you. Alright, so then let's continue on. Okay, stepping onto the plane, I felt a mix of excitement and fear. Okay, so yeah, when you step onto the plane, because this is your first time traveling, 你第一次踏出那个 plane 的时候，你们感觉到什么？你们一定是感觉到 excitement， 你们会感觉一点 exciting， 但是你会怕怕是吗 ？Right? Think about your first time stepping on a plane. For me, when the first time stepping on a plane, I was also scared because I was scared that how will it feel like? How will like flying feel like for the first time? Of course, I feel excited, but I scared that there might be like a roller coaster ride, or maybe it might the plane might crash. So you have this fear also. 你会害怕一点点 Okay, so you feel a mix of them both. Alright, so it's running very fast, very very fast. Alright, so yeah, 兴奋 alright, 兴奋和恐怕恐惧怕怕呀 okay, 害怕恐怕 is a bit more deep than 怕 害怕 will be better. 害怕 alright, so yes, very good. Okay, you felt a mix. 恐惧是比较 like trauma 的 kind of 恐惧 like 就是很怕 but like the first time you step on a plane 你不会恐惧你会一点点害怕这样 okay, you scared, you'll be a little bit scared of flying and all, unless you're very scared of heights, 你很怕高 then you can say 恐惧啦，你可以讲恐惧高 okay, so yeah, stepping on a plane, you feel fear is this part lah, yeah, a little bit of fear, yeah, correct. Feel a bit of excitement and feel so 你 mix 一个 mix so I actually like that feeling because like 好像你在一个 roller coaster 这样，你也是 feel 到一个 excitement and fear. So the first time you step on a plane, I also had that same feeling. Alright, so yeah, now you only say where your destination was. Okay, our destination was Japan. Alright, a country. Now then you describe what Japan is. Okay, a country filled or rich, okay, in history, culture, and breathtaking landscapes. Okay, or another word for landscape would be sceneries. Okay, so sorry. Alright, so I think was Japan a country? Yeah, it's correct. Okay, so what does breathtaking mean? I think I taught you all right. I'm not sure last week or I think I taught you all the last time we did the essay. So what does breathtaking mean? I think I taught you all. I'm very sure. Either this or the English speaking class. I think I taught you guys in this essay class. Alright, so breathtaking. Anyone can guess or anyone can wanna say what that means? Zen, can you try? Can you give me a 汉语拼音? Maybe then I will know. 惊险 is what? In English, like you feel that one is very very beautiful, like then you wow like that, is it? Is that 惊险? Thrilling. Okay, thrilling is not really considered breathtaking in this case. Okay, maybe you think that breathtaking 就是好像坐在一个 roller coaster, 然后你 roller coaster 的时候你呼吸困难那些 right, then that's called thrilling. Yeah, but this is not entirely breathtaking. Okay, breathtaking, yeah, as Zhenyang said, magnificent, fabulous, right? So it takes your breath away. Okay, what does it mean takes your breath away? 就是wow 太美了，你都忘记呼吸这样子， like 好像你看到 Mount Kinabalu 还是你看到 Mount Everest， 你看到很美的景色的时候，你的嘴巴是不是张开？ like wow, like that. Okay, so we call that breathtaking scenery. Normally breathtaking 就是我们讲的 scenery 啦 breathtaking scenery, breathtaking landscape 一个很美的地方 that you were shocked that wow 怎么世界上有这样美的地方 right? So then Yeah. Zhening, so what is that? Like the Han Yu Ping is Jing what? Jing Tan, is it? Jing Tan, right. I think that would be better. Right. Jing Tan. Right. Yeah, okay. So good. Okay, impressive. It's like that's why we say that's why we give it breathtaking, because impressive is not even the word to describe it. It's too 太美到 like 你都忘记呼吸 that kind of level, right? So yeah. And yeah, and Kajen said you felt fear. You watched too many car air crash documentaries. Yeah, I watch a lot like MH370, you know. Yeah, so you know, there's always the fear of, you know. I mean, even you drive car also you won't be 100% sure that you'll reach your destination in time, because there's a lot of accidents on the road as well. Yeah, then phrase wow, correct. Your first word will be like wow, or like crazy. This scenery is legit crazy. 太美了. Okay, so this we call that breathtaking. Takes your breath away. That's why take your breath away. Take breathtaking. All right. So yes, Kajan, exactly. that kind of face. Yes, very good. Wait, very good. You use the emoji. Yeah. So this is how you can use emojis. Zing, that's not good enough. Kajan's one is perfect. Kajan's one is perfect. Yeah. Kajan, that one is hyper. That's more on scared like Kajan. That 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 emoji. Okay, so let's move on. All right, so landscape is the same as scenery 啦，就是很美的景色啦 something like that. Okay, so from the busy streets of Tokyo to the serene beauty of Kyoto's temples. Okay, every moment brought new discoveries. Okay, so yeah, okay, so let me show you. I mean, I'm not sure if you have seen the streets in Tokyo before. All right, so let me show you a little bit. Okay. All right, yes, all right, so I'm not sure if you've seen it before, okay, but this is what it's like, yeah, in living in Tokyo. That's why we can call this busy, or another word for busy we can say, because I use bustling just now I use bustling in the airport, right? But here you can write from the bustling streets also can, okay? Can make use of the new words also can. All right, so yeah, this would be the streets in Tokyo. Very a lot hustle and bustle, correct? Yeah, or you can say the hustle bustle of the streets in Tokyo also can. Very good. All right, so yeah, maybe I can say like oh yeah, because this is hustling and bustling won't be nice. Okay, so here we just write bustling. Okay, bustle. Okay, yeah, see, 几多人你懂吗? Yeah, so there's a lot of people. There's millions of people in Tokyo. So the streets will be like this. It's a little bit like Pavilion KL. If you have been to Pavilion in KL, but this is way worse lah. Okay, 这个是根本是太多人了. Okay, so this is Tokyo City. All right, then okay, from the busy or bustling streets of Tokyo to the serene beauty of Kyoto's temples. Okay, so let's just Kyoto is another place in Japan. Okay. All right, yes, all right, see, this is such a big difference with just now the busy street, right? Yeah, just now you see, oh, here very busy, then here is another totally another like another environment, another different vibe, 很美, like look at this, such a peaceful and very just very surreal, very heavenly kind of environment. Look at that, yeah, look at the and then plus the the trees and all perfect shade of orange, orange hues. Look at that, so like so peaceful, so nice, right? So yeah, all right, so I think you should now guess what the word serene means. So what does serene mean? Just now I also gave you a hint already lah when I was describing the Kyoto's temple. So based on this you can describe serene. What does this picture envision? What do you think this picture, what what do you feel when you are inside? Peaceful. Very good. Okay, so another word for serene would be peaceful. Okay, yeah, all right, I'll teach you the Chinese word for that. Okay, serene. Anning. Anning would be how you describe this, right? Is it? It's anning, right? Like how you describe this, anxiang, sorry. Yeah. So is it correct? Like 你看到这些照片的时候，你觉得很安详 Is that correct? Is that the right way to use the 安详? Because I scared I used the wrong Chinese term. So 安详 means describing a very peaceful environment, is it? Yes, correct. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, a state of calmness. Okay, very calm. There's no noise. Very peaceful. There's a lot of greenery around you. 很 very calm, very secluded. 好像在一个很 secret 的一个地方这样。Alright, so serene. Okay, usually used to describe a peaceful environment. Okay, so yeah, very good. Okay, so the temple in Kyoto is very peaceful, very serene. Okay, you can describe like that. Okay, so and every moment brought new discoveries. So everywhere you traveled, you discovered a new thing. That's why we say every moment brought new discoveries. Okay, so yeah, and then there's also one more sentence before we take a rest. Okay, so the vibrant colors of cherry blossoms dance in the wind, and the taste of sushi satisfy my taste buds. Right, okay, so this should be correct. I think it should be joined together lah. Taste buds. Oh, shouldn't be. Okay, so that's weird. I normally join it together. Yeah, sushi. Yeah. Alright. So you forgot Japan is the land of sushi. Yeah, so yeah, the vibrant colors. What does vibrant mean? Like as you can see here. Right. So let me show you what cherry blossoms are first. Okay. So let's see it. Cherry blossom in Kyoto also can, okay? Yeah. Okay. So when you see this picture, okay, see these pictures, right? What do you think the word vibrant is? Based on when you see all these, very, how do you describe these colors? Very. Anyone? All these colors, vibrant. We call this vibrant color. So what does vibrant mean? Very good. Okay, sparkling, close. Okay, we call them very bright colors. 很 bright, 很 lively 的 colors. Okay, so 充满活力. Okay, maybe I think I should use 鲜色. Right? I think your 鲜色 will be better. Is 鲜艳. Oh, my bad. 鲜艳. Oh, cause that one look like 色. Cause I think if without 那个旁边的旁 then it's called 色. Right, so 鲜艳. Okay, yeah, 很鲜艳. Something being like full of energy, very, I would say very lifelike, very alive. Okay, and you can say very what do you call that? What's the first word I said? Very bright. Okay, yeah, very bright colors. Okay, so 很鲜艳, very alive, like the trees are alive like that. Yeah, see these colors, so beautiful, right? So yeah, very well done. Yeah, brightness colors, the colors are very bright. Yeah, very attractive, very sharp colors. Okay, bright and sharp colors, right? So it's not very dull. Dull 就是好像很不鲜艳啦. Okay, so bright. Okay, so very good. Okay, so you all should know what vibrant is now. Okay, so I just yeah. Alright, I'll do it again. okay, of cherry blossoms dance in the wind. Okay, so yeah, it's like 那个 wind 一吹过的时候啊，你可以看到这些 cherry blossoms，这些 blossoms，OK，它吹来吹去，就是 we call that like dancing 啊。although 他们这些this is a metaphor as well. Okay, so the leaves don't dance. Okay, these trees don't dance, but we can say that the movement of the leaves is like dancing, 好像跳舞着。Okay, so we can use to describe as well. Okay, so the colors of the blossoms dance in the wind. Okay, and the taste of sushi satisfied my taste bud. Okay, so satisfied lah. Satisfied in Chinese is let me check what satisfied is in Chinese. 很满足呀，很满意啦。OK，满足。Right，满足你的 taste buds，你的 taste buds 就是你的肠啦，你 taste 到的东西。Alright，所以满足你的 taste buds。Alright, so yeah, Japan, of course, we have to say about sushi, right? Manzu, yes, thank you, Zilin. Oh, wait, sorry. This is not. Manzu. Right. Yeah. Thank you, Zilin. Yeah, I typed wrong. Okay, yeah, so the vibrant colors, okay, 鲜艳的 cherry blossoms, these are cherry blossoms, so now you know what a cherry blossom is, so 这些在 Malaysia 看不到的 okay, so 这个在 Japan 的时候才看到 we call that a bit like we call that sakura flowers, right? Sakura, right? Cherry blossom, sakura, see? Sakura flowers, you know, you have heard that maybe, yeah, so right, what is that? What 花? Yin Hua, right? Okay, so Yin Hua. Yin Hua. Oh, cool. Okay, I never heard the Chinese term before. Right, something new to me as well. All right, so now you know what cherry blossoms are. Okay, so cherry blossoms or sakura lah. Sakura flowers dance in the wind. The taste of sushi satisfied your taste buds. Okay, so this is the first body paragraph. Okay, so now it's 9:07. Okay, I'll give you all 10 minutes rest. Or is that all right? Because I always give you a 10 minutes rest. Or you all keep requesting for 10 minutes rest. So come back at 9:17 lah. All right, then we'll continue. All right. So yeah, I'll see you in 10 minutes. All right. Have a good break. Go to the toilet. You know. Continue copying if you want to. You know. Can search a little bit of Japan if you want to. You know. Can see what we're gonna write next. Okay. So see you guys in 10 minutes. Bye. All right, so it's 9:17 now. All right, so I expect everyone to be back already. Okay, so I mean, if you still want to, take some water or want to go to the toilet, it's all right. Okay, so yeah, just make sure that you can keep up with me lah. Okay, so let's get started with our second body paragraph. Okay, so the next body paragraph will be writing about our special like a special experience. Okay, so like just now I think Charmaine said that one special experience was her eating a very spicy mala, right? So wow, isn't it never left? Yeah, that's good. Oh, you've been sitting here copying, is it? I mean, you can still go walk around lah, cause or you can rest your eyes a bit, cause be staring on the screen for too long, not good for your eyes also. Oh wow, 10 minutes, 10 minutes you should not watch drama so fast. Maybe you also like to watch drama. My sister also loves to watch drama, especially K dramas. I don't know what's the deal with that. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the next paragraph we're gonna write about a special encounter, a special experience that we had. Okay, as when we traveled to Japan. Okay, so one special encounter. Okay, stands out clearly. Or another word for clearly, a better word here in this case would be vividly. Okay? Vividly is clearly, like very watch a bit. Yeah, you can continue watching after, after the class because you have holidays tomorrow if your parents let out. Okay? So of course, watching dramas is quite nice as well. Alright, so yeah, one special encounter, okay, a special experience stands out clearly or vividly. Vividly is like lifelike, like for example you can still like from now I'm not in that place now, but when I remember I can remember it like I'm at that place itself, so that's why we call that vividly, very lifelike, very qing. Okay, very good. Qing chu, very qing. What the other one is what? Qing si, right? I think that would be better. Okay, qing si. Right, means you can still remember that the thing that happened like maybe 2 years ago, but you can still remember the exact like experience that you have, the exact emotions that you have. That's why you call it life like. Okay, 生动. Yeah, 生动. Correct. Very 生动. Yeah, very very 生动. Very good. 生动. Yes. Good. Yeah, I think these are the very very nice words, very very straightforward and very very clear words that we can use as well. Okay, so one special encounter stands out very clearly, very 生动 的. Okay, in my memory. Okay, in your imagination, your memory. Okay, so as we were traveling, okay, we discovered a traditional tea ceremony in a quiet countryside village. Okay, so yeah, as we were traveling, as we were traveling in the mountains or something. Okay, we discovered. Of course I didn't discover lah, right? So I didn't experience it before. I just wrote it down. Okay, so we discovered a traditional tea ceremony because drinking tea is part of Japan's culture as well. Matcha, green tea, right? So yeah, how they do it traditionally, right? Let's take a look. All right, so yeah, see, very very famous in Japan, right? So this is how they do it. Like you have to sit like that, then they will come and pour for you, something like that, right? So this is the traditional tea ceremony that they have in Japan, right? So yeah, sometimes it's like that. I never experienced this before, but this would be that culture. It's something like our Chinese New Year. Maybe we have dumpling festival or something. They have this tea ceremony. There's this art. Okay, so yeah, right. So we discovered a traditional tea ceremony in a quiet countryside village. Okay, so as we were traveling, maybe there's a very small village that you stop. Then they invited you to join their traditional tea ceremony. All right. So the hostess moved gracefully as she poured the tea, creating a peaceful atmosphere that fascinated me. Right, okay? So the hostess. A hostess is, okay, we call a host. Do you guys know what a host is? Have you heard of the word host? Anyone can guess or correct? 主人, right? 主人 is called host. So normally host, this host, right? We say it's a guy. So hostess is, we say a girl that is the girl 的主人, we call that hostess. Alright? So a guy 的主人, 一个男生的主人, 一个 man 的主人，我们叫 host. Okay? 主办人，主办人。Host is normally 主办人 or 主人 itself also, like the house. 你去一个人的家，那个人其实是一个那个主人 of 那个家也是叫 host. Okay, so yeah, either 主办人 or okay, here then we say 女主办人. Okay, yeah, right. You can say 女 is for activity. Yeah, maybe that one's for activity. Yes, correct. Yeah, correct. Or 女主人 lah. Okay, 女主人. Okay, or okay, maybe 班 also can. Anything. Okay, so either 主班 or 主人 also can. Okay, so 女主人. Okay. I just put 主办人 lah, cause maybe this is a traditional tea ceremony, is a 主办人 it's an activity also. Okay, so just for the sake of you not confusing it up. Okay, so the 女主办人, okay, move gracefully. Okay, 很 graceful 的. Okay, 很 graceful. Her movements were very graceful, like very polite. Okay, very slow and steady. Okay, like dancing like that. Okay, her movements when pouring the tea. Okay, so creating a peaceful atmosphere that fascinated me. Okay, so in this case, right, we can use another word for peaceful. We also look at serene, right? So here you can also say creating a serene atmosphere. Okay, so you can make use of the word itself. It's the same. Okay, create a serene atmosphere. Any place that is very peaceful, and atmosphere and environment that's peaceful, you can always use serene. Okay, here I chose to use peaceful first because here I use serene, so I don't want to use it again. I want to use a different word so that you can have more meaning, have more colors in your essay. Okay, so that fascinated me. Okay, so what does this word fascinate me mean? I think just now there was one Chinese word. Wait, let me see. Yeah, fascinated. This 惊险, the 惊险, I think 惊险, I'm not sure if 惊险 is not. Okay, fascinated. Okay, never mind. Fascinated, I got the other word. Okay, so yeah, this one. Another word for fascinated is 迷住. 迷住一个人, so attracting or someone's attracting or captivating someone's interest or attention. Okay, so that's fascinate. Okay, 迷住, 好像迷住那个人的 attention 这样. Okay, so when 有时你 experience 到一个东西 like 你一直就是 staring 还是你一直 like 就是因为他的 movement 好像有些人的跳舞很 graceful 太美妙了你就只是 staring, like you staring, then you captivate your attention, right? No ma, Kajen, it's not because pretty ma, maybe very graceful ma. Okay, so just say lol, just straight up say lol. Yeah, maybe lah, maybe also yeah, you can say like okay, so maybe like 你看到一个女生很美，你也是可以讲 like the beauty of the girl fascinated you also can. Okay, but in this case we are not talking about the beauty of the hostess ma. We talk about the graceful movements of the hostess, the peaceful atmosphere. That's why you feel at ease, you feel very fascinated, you feel like you are attracted inside. Okay, you are very you are in a calm and peaceful environment, and you are just very a very attracted state, or like a very calm state. All right, that's why I said fascinated. 它迷住你. Okay, so the movements, the tea, how she poured the tea and all, 迷住你. Okay, so yeah, that is fascinating. All right, so yeah, let's continue on. Okay, so yeah, 迷住啦. Okay, so Just add one. 2. Okay. Then alright, then of course you're gonna talk about drinking the tea, alright? As I sipped the smooth matcha tea, alright? So hey, why they don't let us they don't have this word. Okay, never mind. Matcha is a okay, let you all see what matcha tea is lah. Right, so yeah, like your green tea lah in Japan, right? The green tea is called matcha tea. Very healthy one. Very good for your 绿茶. Yes, very good. Yes, 绿茶. Right, matcha. I personally don't like matcha. 我自己本身不喜欢 matcha. I think it's very weird. Like 那个味道很 deadly. So that's just me, right? Maybe some of you are matcha lovers, like my mom, my sister loves matcha. So yeah, don't blame me for it. 绿茶. Okay, so as I said, the smooth matcha tea, okay, 就是那个 tea 很 smooth， 可能它加了一点牛奶，我不知道啦，还是它冲到很 smooth 的 okay, so yeah, the powder may be very smooth, okay, so Ziling, there's another one. That is actually okay. Our destination was Japan, a country rich in. It's correct. It's completely okay. They don't want us to add the comma, I think, like or because it was Japan, a country, you have describing a country. So more cha is matcha, is it? This one. More or cha lah. Got one what one? More cha. Okay, yeah, actually it's correct. This is not wrong. Like your first destination is Japan, a country rich in history, culture. It's completely correct. Yeah, I'm also not sure why they correct. Sometimes they correct weirdly one. Yeah, so like of course many a times they correct correctly lah. Like for example, you didn't like give like that, they were like, but like this one is, I think it's completely fine. There's no problem with that. Yeah, so you can ignore that. Okay, like this one spelling mistake also, they don't have matcha in their vocab so they say it's wrong. Yeah, so I don't know why lah. Okay, so as I sip the smooth matcha tea, okay, I felt, why am I still in Chinese? Okay, I felt a connection to Japan's long history. Yeah, okay, so as you drink the tea, as you sip, okay, another word for drink, okay, sip is 就是慢慢喝，就是它不是 like 一口吞下去 that's called not sip. Sip 就是好像你喝那些热茶的时候yeah, 这样 yeah, I'm just explaining. Yeah, what I sip again, yeah, sip 就是好像热的时候你喝 teh tarik 还是什么那个还很热所以你慢慢喝 small mouthful, you just like that's called sip. Alright, so or if you have a straw, sometimes you can sip, like even 你喝冷品，好像你喝 your boba milk tea, you can sip the milk tea, 就是你的 straw 你慢慢吸这样子 or you can also say sip. Okay, so small mouthful, small, like a small what's that? not 闻 吸 like 很小的 just sip 很小的 like 一个 movement of drinking okay, so you cannot sip like not like 如果你口渴你不能讲你 sip I'm very thirsty and I sip the tea 不能yeah, not exactly like suck. Okay, maybe let me get my cup. Alright, so sipping 就是好像你的口在 like 这里吧，你就 like 不是 like 你不是整口喝进去， like 慢慢 like 舔 like 馋它这样子like a bit like 馋 like like you slowly drink, like you just put your mouth at the corner of this, you put like, yeah, that's called sip. Okay, you slowly drink lah, I would say. Yeah. Zhen can you tell me the first word, the first or the two words? Yeah, I don't really. Chuo, the other one is what? Chuo yin. Oh, chuo yin. Okay, so chuo yin. Alright, so yeah, you sip 你啜饮那个 smooth matcha tea, alright? Tea, right? I felt a connection to Japan's long history, right? So you felt a connection. 你 felt 到有一个 that you connected with Japan's history because you are participating in this traditional tea ceremony. You are from America, maybe you're from Malaysia, but when you went to Japan, you felt 有一个 connection between Japan's history and the 绿茶, right? So yeah, very good. Why do we travel? Because we want to connect to other countries as well. We want to know their history as well. So as we travel to people's countries, it's at the same time we experience their own festivals, their culture and all. That's why we learn more. Alright? So that's why we go and travel as well. Okay, learn more about the world, how the world works. Okay, so it made me realize how traveling can bring us closer to different cultures and help us appreciate the diversity of our world. Yeah, all right. So yeah, it made you realize that traveling can bring us closer to different cultures. Yes, when you go and travel to people's land, it can bring you closer to people's culture. Like if you want to know more about Korea's culture, 你喜欢 Korea, then travel to Korea. You want to know more about America's culture, travel to America. You want to know more about India's culture, travel to India. Because when you travel is when you learn and appreciate and brings us closer, right? You bring yourself closer to the place that started it all, right? Instead of just asking your friend, oh bro, what's your culture? No, go and experience it yourself. Okay? People can just tell you about it, but when you experience it, it's something different. Okay, so it can bring you closer to different cultures and helps you appreciate the diversity of our world. So what does diversity mean? I think I've taught you this before as well. You can tell me in simple English words or even in Chinese also can. Then can you translate it? Can you give me the 汉语拼音 as well? 差异 is which one? Diversity, is it? Yeah. Okay. Let me see what I have written. I think I also have that. I have diverse. This one. I got this though. I got 多样化. Okay. Yeah. This one. Yeah. Same Okay. Then I'll use this lah. Okay. Or even Zilin said 差别, okay? Yeah, a little bit, okay? So 多样化, okay? So describes a group of community where people come from different backgrounds and cultures, okay? So diversity of our world means that 全部人都是 you have Indians, you have Malays, you have Chinese, you have many different cultures. We call that diverse, okay? When you are all from a lot of, like a community have a lot of different cultures, you call that a diverse community. 如果一个 community 只有华人，我们不叫那个 diverse, okay? 如果一个 community 有华人、马来人、印度人，什么人都有， we call that diverse community, okay? 花园, yeah, correct? Or 多样化 also can. Yeah, alright. So very good. Okay, so can help us appreciate the diversity of our world. Okay, so this is our second body paragraph. Okay, so now let's go on to the final conclusion. Okay, here actually you don't have to wait yeah, I'll just end it. Okay, so as the trip near its end, a bittersweet feeling settled within me. I had learned and experienced so many things in Japan. Okay? Seeing the world in a different way. Making memories that would last a lifetime and realizing how diverse, okay, see again, our world is. Okay, so wait, let me explain. Okay, so I forgot to explain the first sentence. Okay, so as the trip neared its end, okay, as the trip got closer to the, maybe you go for 8 days trip, okay, 8 days 7 nights trip, okay, so maybe on the seventh night, okay, you feel that, oh, as the trip neared its end, 就是差不多到结尾了啦, okay, so a bittersweet feeling settled within me. What does this bittersweet mean? What do you guys think? Of course, it's very 靠近偏身 ，OK， so 靠近偏，no what's that？尾什么？尾声，isn't that 尾？I thought that was like 尾巴的，接近尾声，靠近 is the same， 接近尾声。Okay, yeah, 接近尾声 can 尾声 alright, yeah, almost to the end. Alright, a bittersweet feeling. Alright, what does a bittersweet mean? What do you think bittersweet means? 接近 or 靠近 also can, yeah. Yes, I think that's correct. Okay, or I think I have this. Okay, 酸甜 right, 苦乐参半酸甜 similar meaning, right? 怎样 this 酸甜 should be the same, right? So a combined feeling of both happiness and sadness, right? We call that 苦乐参半 better. Okay, so 苦乐参半 alright, a bittersweet 苦乐参半的 feeling settled within you. Okay, so you feel this bittersweet feeling, okay, inside you. Okay, 有苦乐又有苦又有乐. Alright, so 参一半. Alright, so yes, very good. Okay, I had learned and means that, okay, if you feel like you're happy and sad at the same time, maybe you're happy that you went for the trip, but you're sad that this trip is ending, then you can see that 这个是苦乐参半 means that you're feeling two emotions at the same time. Bitter sweet, okay, bitter and sweet, okay, like just like dark chocolate is bitter sweet. 你吃 dark chocolate 的时候有苦一点又有甜一点 so you know life is bitter sweet, you know, if you heard the quote, you know, life is a bitter sweet because 有时有 up and down, okay, life 有高潮的时候有低潮的时候 okay, so life is bitter sweet but we got to learn to enjoy the moments that, you know, it offers us. Okay, so I learned and experienced so many things in Japan. Okay, so this is summarize. Okay, what you have learned. Remember, in your conclusion, you shouldn't add a lot more points already, but you should end with what you have learned. Your summer, you know, what a reflection, a short reflection of what you have gotten from it. Okay, so I learned and experienced so many things in Japan. All right, number one, seeing the world in a different way. Okay, number two, making memories that will last a lifetime, and third, okay, realizing how diverse our world is. Okay, so this is what you have learned in Japan. All right, so yeah, and then you can say the last sentence, okay, the traveler in me who was exploring for the first time, okay, because as we said, the topic is my first trip, so you have to always, okay, that's what I say, always go back to what you are writing in your topic. Okay, so what's the topic? Will be traveling first time. All right, so the traveler in me who was exploring for the first time was now eager to have more adventures and step out of my comfort zone. Okay, yes, all right, so this is our essay. Okay, so the traveler in me, because this is your first time traveling, right? So now you have awakened the traveler 好像睡醒了 like 好像你因为你第一次这样 so there's a traveler inside you. It's like, you know, you're actually a traveler inside, you know, in the last time. So the traveler in me who was exploring for the first time was now eager is almost the same as anticipation, right? So yeah, 很期待 alright, you are 期待 to have more adventures and to step out of your comfort zone. Alright, so this is a nice ending for the essay. Alright, so yeah, this will be our essay for today. Alright, so hopefully you enjoy this essay, and in the future You want to write your own experience. You don't have to write Japan. You can write, Thailand. You can write China. You can write anywhere you have went to. All right. So you can use your own experiences. I encourage you to write your own essay. Don't just copy teacher's essay. Right. Of course, you can see how I write my essay. You can use the same words like foreign. Can use excitement rush through my veins and all, but you can give yourself a different experience. Like the body paragraph, you can change it entirely. You don't have to use bustling streets of Kyoto temples because you're not going to Japan, right? Maybe you say, from the bustling streets of Thailand, or Thailand's capital is like what, Bangkok, right? You can also say for the bustling streets of Bangkok. You just change the words also can. All right. So this is that's why English is very, I would say, create. It is very creative. You can always replace. Okay, you can replace the words. You can always replace the countries. Okay, so write your own essay if you can. All right. So yeah, this is a very, I think, would be a good essay to write if ever you ever have this called the title called the first trip or your first experience or something. Okay, so very good. All right, so even if you haven't copied finish, you can always I'll always send this essay into the chat so you can copy from there. All right, if you haven't been copying. All right, so I'll just go for a quick vocab run. All right, so right, number one. Okay, so you finished copying. Very good, Zelin. Okay, that's good. Wow, very fast, huh? Because I think I'm not sure if it's you or another person that always says I type very fast. Okay, number one, abroad. Okay, abroad or foreign, or you lah, yeah, it was you. Yeah, abroad. Okay, 国外. Okay, somewhere as foreign is like 陌生. Okay, 国外 or 陌生的地方. Right, I'll just add this inside. Right, then would be much better. All right, so 国外 or 陌生的地方. All right, so away from one's home country, experiencing a different culture, language, and environment. Okay, so we call that a foreign place or going abroad. Okay, so studying abroad. So example sentence, I will be studying abroad in Australia next year. This is probably me next year. Okay, so this is a real life example. Okay, so for me, I'll maybe be teaching you in Australia next year. Okay, so maybe you have to pay me in Australian dollars. Yay. No, just kidding. Okay, so yeah, I'll be studying abroad. That means you'll be studying away from your home country. Okay, so my home country is Malaysia, so if I'm studying in Australia, means I'm going to study abroad. Okay, so if you want to use the word foreign, so I will be studying in a foreign country in Australia next year also can. All right, so if you want to use that. Yeah, Shereen, going Australia next year. Yeah, it's a short exchange program. Maybe lah. I think most probably we go. Yeah. So number two, so good. Yeah, I would say so lah. But I'll miss I'll miss Yao and I'll miss church people and stuff. So yeah. All right. So number two, anticipation or eager. Okay, 期待. I taught you this before. Okay, looking forward to eagerly expect something to happen. I think this example sentence is the same as last time, so I'll skip this. All right. So bustle is 繁忙, right? Okay, so definition, busy and happening atmosphere or environment. Okay, if the city is very, like your pasar has, a lot of people going in there, there's a lot of noise and all, you can call that bustling. Okay, example, the streets of New York City. Okay, NYC, New York City is in America. It's a very, very busy city. Okay, one of the most busiest city in the world. Okay, are filled with the bustle of people rushing to work in the morning. Okay, so if there's like a lot of people walking out, in the morning like 9 a.m., 8 a.m., you see a lot of people walking around. There's a lot of people walking to work and all, or cycling to work, or the cars are going to work and all. That's called bustling. Okay, so 繁忙. Right. Number four, serene. Okay, 安宁. Right. So definition, a state of calmness and peacefulness, usually used to describe a peaceful environment. So an environment that's peaceful, you automatically can use the word serene. Okay. So 安详, sorry, not 安宁. Alright, so 安详. Thank you, Kajal. Right, so Serene, very nice name to name your daughter as well. I like the name Serene is very, even the word serene is, that's Shireen. Yeah, Shireen, does your name resonate with serene? Is it like, does your mom does it have the same meaning? I'm not sure. Shireen is a nice name as well, like serene, even the word itself has like a peaceful intonation. Yeah, very peaceful, very calm, serene. Even the word you pronounce serene very nicely, like very calm, very peaceful. Yeah. So example, the trip to the forest provided a serene escape from the business of daily life. Right. So, but teacher, you're not calm. That's true. That's true. Yeah. So yeah, if you're traveling in a trip or you're hiking in a forest, you can say as well, if you're hiking in a place that has very little noise, there's a very calm atmosphere around, you can say a serene environment or serene escape. All right, from the busyness of daily life. Okay. So, Serene's passed away. Oh, yes, you can say that. Kajian, good, very good one. You can say the person, the dead person's body, the dead person had a serene look on his face as he, as when he died or passed. Or like my grandma had a serene look on her face as she breathed her last. Means that she had a very peaceful and calm look on her face when she passed away lah. You can also say that. Yes, very good. Okay, serene. You don't have to put apostrophe s though. Like you can say she passed away serenely, or she had a serene look on her face. Okay, she had a serene look on her face when she passed. Okay, also can. All right, so any one of them. Okay, so very very yeah, thank you for adding on to that. Okay, so yeah, you can say that as well. Okay, so vibrant, just now we changed, right, to 鲜艳. All right, so definition, something being full of energy and life, like alive and bright. Okay, 很 bright colors, very 鲜艳 the colors, like we say, very like alive, the colors are like alive lah. All right, so example, the garden was filled with vibrant flowers of every color. Okay, normally with vibrant we talk about flowers lah, the colors. Vibrant we talk about colors, like vibrant colors means that colors 很特殊很出色, like 很鲜艳. Okay, so these colors we say that vibrant, like orange, bright red, all these colors are very 鲜艳. So like for example your Cheongsam, right, during your Chinese New Year, you can say that I had a very vibrant, I wore a very vibrant like red colored Cheongsam, during my Chinese New Year or something like that. You can use the word vibrant. Okay, so colors we used to describe very sharp colors. Okay, so number 6, bittersweet. Okay, so 酸甜, or as the young say, 苦乐参半, right? 苦乐参半, right? Definition, a combined feeling of both happiness and sadness. All right, so 苦乐 okay, so this will be bittersweet. Okay, a combined feeling of both happiness and sadness. When you feel both happiness and sadness at the same time, you can say bittersweet. Example, leaving my hometown was a bittersweet moment, as I was excited about starting a new chapter in my life, but also sad to leave behind my loved ones. Yeah, okay, so when you leave your hometown for studying, maybe in the future, right? You leave your kampong, maybe you live in Kelantan, then you come to KL, right? So it was a bittersweet moment because you're excited about starting a new life. Starting, like getting a job or something, but you're also missing the old part of you, your old home, your old family members, your friends, you leaving behind your loved ones, right? So that is a very good example to how you use bittersweet. Okay, so number 7. Okay, I think there's a yeah, it's 9:51. Okay, I'll end soon. Okay, so 2 more words. Okay, number 7 is diverse, 多样化. Okay, or as there's another word also. Okay, so definition, describes a group of community where people come from different backgrounds and cultures. Okay, so if you have a community where your country, even a diverse country, Malaysia is a very very diverse country because we have people from all over the world, okay, coming to Malaysia to work, to play, to have fun, to study. Okay, maybe in universities as especially my university, Monash University, we have a lot of culture. So we can say Monash University is a very diverse university. Okay, so example, the school has a diverse student body. Okay, student body 就是人体啦，那个学生体啊。Okay, with students from various countries and cultural backgrounds. Okay, so this is how you can use the word diverse. Okay, so diverse student body, diverse something. Okay, so number 8, fascinate. Okay, 迷住一个人. Okay, we are captivating someone, attracting someone. Okay, attracting someone's interest or attention. Okay, when someone holds your attention, someone captures your attention, you can say the thing fascinated you, fascinates you. Okay, example, the beauty of Mount Kinabalu in Sabah fascinated the travelers, okay, or the tourists. Okay, so this is how you can use fascinate in a sentence. Something that captures your attention, something that's very seeing, that 会迷住你. Okay, so we call that fascinate. Alright, so yeah, these are the 8 new vocab words that I've taught you. Of course, there are a few more inside here that I've written here. So hopefully you all understood what I've written today and can go back and rewrite this, or you can use your own experience and adjust this essay yourself. Okay, so if you have no questions, you all can leave now. Alright, so Zhenyang, do you want to tell me something? Okay, so sayonara everyone. Right, sayonara is bye. Bye, sayonara in Japan. So you're writing about Japan, so I said sayonara. Let's go. Right, so good night. Bye bye. Zhenyang, do you have any special essay topics for me? Indoor sports and outdoor sports. Okay, perfect. This is argumentative essay, is it? All right. Okay. Did you have this topic when you were doing your exam, or you just thought about this? Because it's a very nice topic to use. Oh, you're not sure. Okay. Yeah. Good. Indoor sports and outdoor sports. I'll definitely give it a go. All right. So I think but this one maybe next 2 weeks lah. Because we just wrote an argumentative last week. Yeah. So maybe next 2 weeks lah. After the persuasive and after the descriptive, then we'll do the indoor and outdoor sports. All right. So I mean you can still message me if you want any like persuasive essay topics or even descriptive essay topics. Yeah, you can still message me. You have my contact number. All right. So see you. All right. Bye bye. Thank you for your suggestion. Bye. Sayonara. Stop everything. Bye bye. Bye Zilin. Bye Joe.